Hey everybody, this is Joe from Complete Carnivore, and I got a special treat today in the mail. I got a box of some Wagyu, Japanese Wagyu, real stuff, steaks from Pursuit Farms. Let me show you some of them. This one here this is an Australian Wagyu. This isn't a Japanese. The Australian Wagyu, it's 50% Wagyu, 50% Holstein, so you get the good marbling. I mean, if you look at this, it looks like what you get from an American Wagyu steak. The Australian Wagyu program that they have it's a really solid program. They do some good steaks over there. As far as Australian Wagyu, it's about a pound, pretty normal thickness on a steak, but some of this marbling in here is excellent. I'm excited to eat this one. I'm excited to cook it. This is about a $70 steak. I believe Pursuit Farms sells a 2-pack for 143 bucks, and I'll put a link to Pursuit Farms down below, and I'll talk about a little bit more about them in a bit. But like I said, 1 pound Australian Wagyu strip loin, beautiful looking steak. Really excited to eat that one. Second one I have here, we're getting into the real Japanese Wagyu stuff. This is an Omi steak. The Omi Wagyu, it's not really breed. Variety is one of the oldest Wagyu varieties in Japan. Started out with some feudal wars way back in the 15th century or so. Basically, really great beef was given to the good warriors, and that's kind of where this came from. This, once again, it's about a pound. You can see some of this insane marbling coming in throughout here. I mean, like right in here, that's just crazy marbling. This is from the Shiga Prefecture. If you kind of look at Japan, kind of like this here, it's right about here, kind of in the top of the bottom third. There's a big lake. That's where this comes from. It's just northeast of Osaka and Kyoto. There's this is kind of the third most famous Japanese beef. You've probably heard of Kobe. There's a lot of misinformation about Kobe out there, but it's basically the top brand of Japanese premium Wagyu beef. There's Matsusaka, and then there's Omi. Those are the three top ones there. And this is the Omi. This is about a $175 steak. It's pretty crazy looking at it and thinking I'm holding a $175 piece of meat here. But there's very few of these cattle harvested every year. I think it's like 6,000 a year. So it's a pretty rare steak to have. But Pursuit Farms sells them. They sell the real high-end Wagyu. And then there's this one. Oh my goodness. This is an olive-fed Wagyu. It's also called the world's rarest beef. I don't know if it technically is the rarest. I think there's a few other Wagyu types that they harvest fewer of them. But these eat olive pulp. After olive oil is pressed out, you got all the pulp left over. A rancher decided, hey, let me see if I could use that to feed cattle. Didn't go well at first. He was able to dry it and roast it, and it made it much, much sweeter. The cattle liked it. Because it eats all of the oleic acid in this fat here, is supposedly some of the highest you can get. But this marbling is insane for a strip steak. This is crazy. Once again, this is about a pound. You can see it's much wider than these other ones. It's about an inch or so, inch and a half wider. It's not quite as thick, but yeah, this is going to be so good. I can't wait to cook this. Pursuit Farms is the only place I've seen that sells fresh Wagyu beef. These aren't frozen. These came like this today. They're fully thawed. They were cold, obviously, when they came. They were packed well, packed on ice, some ice packs and an insulated cooler, of course. So they all came cold. They're still cold, but they're fresh. They're not frozen. Most of the other Wagyu I've seen online, the real Japanese stuff, it comes frozen. And there is some degradation in quality there. It's not a huge amount, depending on how it's frozen, but there's still a degradation in quality when you freeze. But these are fresh. That's kind of one thing that sets Pursuit Farms apart from other Wagyu purveyors. And they also sell they sell the high-end stuff. There's other brands you might have seen, like Kagoshima and Mizuyaki. And those are kind of more commodity brands. They're still very good steaks, very well marbled. I mean, they'll look fairly similar to these ones. They'll have the same look, but from what I've told anyway, I haven't really tasted these yet. The taste on those is no, and mouthfeel and texture is nowhere near as good as these. But they're still very good steaks. not quite the same quality as these. Like I said, Pursuit Farm sells these. It sells Hokkaido snow beef, which is a very, very, very rare steak. It sells the real Kobe beef. So I'll put a link to Pursuit Farms down below. Go check them out. Now, this is a $250 steak. This is $175. This is about $70, $75. It's not lost on me that I have $500 worth of meat sitting in front of me. I know that is more than a lot of people spend in a month on groceries. And there's a lot of people who don't even have that to spend. So it's not lost on me that this is extreme extravagance here. And I am very excited to be able to taste these and eat these and share them with you. This isn't what I eat every day. This is by no means what I eat every day. I mean, we had some noodles for dinner tonight. This is definitely a treat. It's definitely the kind of thing that you're going to do once a year, maybe once every 5 years. I mean, save something like this for a 50th birthday, a 40th wedding anniversary, a big promotion at work, some big celebration like that, maybe a bachelor party. You'd want to get a few of these steaks, drop a couple grand and get a few of these steaks for your bridal party, something like that. This isn't going to be what you eat every day. You'd probably die if you ate this much fat on a regular basis. But I'm going to cook these up in a couple days. I'll be sure to share that video with you too. But there'll be a lot more content about these coming, both videos, and I'll have some blog posts up on CompleteCarnivore.com. Check them out. Subscribe below to these videos. Leave a comment if you have any questions about these steaks. But these are going to be delicious, and I can't wait to cook them up. Thanks for watching.